Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hello, friends. Good afternoon. Welcome to Kardec Radio, to our daily prayer. I'm Alba Morales, live from Annapolis, Maryland. As every day at 6 p.m., we get here together to pray, to elevate our thoughts to the Creator, and we are doing this as a community. Even if it's a virtual community, our prayers has been heard. We are going to start with our initial prayer, an enlightening reading, and then our prayer, okay? So let us close our eyes and take a comfortable yet attentive position, and let us relax. Let us feel we are in a safe environment, surrounded by good energy, by positive vibrations. We are all together in one heart, in one thought. We say, "Dear Master Jesus of Nazareth, we welcome you to our small gathering. We ask you to guide us and to enlighten our minds and heart. We ask you also to comfort our hearts during these brief yet meaningful moments of prayer. We ask you for your protection of any negative thought of vibration. And we ask you to extend the positive effects of this moment and bring them to our family members, to our friends, community members, and all of those who are in need of a moment of serenity, of a moment of inner silence, of a moment of feeling your encouraging words, soft yet firm, asking us to continue walking this journey of life. May your presence here among us be fruitful, and may your love embrace us all, and so be it. Hello, friends. Again, welcome to our daily prayer. Today is Friday, 6 p.m. I don't see any names here in the comments, but I see people that is there, so welcome. I don't know your names, but welcome. We are going to pray together. And for today, we have a very, very short reading or text from the book Christian Agenda. So allow me to share my screen. Okay. So this is chapter 20. It is called Natural Conclusions. The spirit author is André Luis, and the medium is Francisco Cándido Exchever. And Christian Agenda, it is a small book. We have been repeating these very short chapters, but each chapter is like a tip for life. It is a guideline on how we need to behave ourselves, how we need to transform our behaviors, our old habits to be a truly Christian. And obviously, André Luis expressed this not in the religious sense, but more in the philosophical sense, because being a Christian is a lifestyle. It's not a matter of rituals, of doctrines. It is a matter of embracing the message that Jesus brought us to 20 years ago, right? So this is very short, but It's very deep. So we are going to do this in a slow motion so we can absorb the message and feel it in our heart and nurture our soul. André Luis starts saying, the patient person never despairs. The anxious, sooner or later, complain. And when we were reading this, we got the image of a fisherman, fisherwoman, how patient they are, waking up early, very early in the morning, going to the lake or to the sea, the body water location, using nets or using different instruments and just wait for hours and hours in silence, just waiting, knowing that eventually they will catch a fish. So the patient person never despairs, especially in these times of turmoil. We have the COVID-19. We have a social political environment that is heated here in the United States, not to say around the world. Never despairs. That is a great challenge, and it's the invitation of André Luis. The brave endure difficulties, overcoming them. The reckless confront dangers without ponderation. And here we make a connection with also a chapter in the book Happy Life by Joanna de Angelis, in which she says that serenity acts, and then despair of recklessness reacts. So basically, if we assume the challenges, the obstacles, and the day-to-day chores in our lives, like just going in a high speed, trying to check all the things in our lists, we will accomplish things, but inside ourselves, we are going to feel very tired, emotionally tired. So again, here the invitation is, let us endure the difficulties. Let us overcome them. Let us go through that pain, through that difficult moment in serenity, without despair, because we know that nothing is forever, that this shall pass, and that we already endure much more difficult situations in the past. Thanks God, we don't remember with our current memory, but it's impregnated in our spirit, and we have the skills. We have the skills to overcome. It is a mental illness. It is a physical illness. It is someone at the home that is ill. It is like because of the pandemic, I lose my job, or because of so many other obstacles and situations, relationships at home, at work, in the neighborhood, and so on and so forth. There are several difficulties that we encounter. And the only way to really overcome them is with serenity and with the certainty that we are being helped, that there is company, spiritual company around us, and not react in desperation, because then we will regret. We will regret. The enlightened person stands out. The theorist talks excessively. And we were connecting this with a passage that we read last night from the book Good News by the Spirit, I have it here, Umberto de Campos. It's not in English, I'm not sure. In chapter 10, Umberto de Campos narrates the experience of the very first time that Jesus went to Nazareth. actually to start his work, and he went with his disciples. But obviously, he has his enemies. People doesn't like to be transformed, changed. So it was a lot of slander around them. Peter and Philip, they were trying to argue with these people that they were blaming the master and saying really bad things about Jesus. And Jesus didn't say anything. They went for one day, they left at night, and they came back to Peter's home. And Peter and Philip, they were unsettled about the master's reaction, why he didn't defend himself, why he didn't say, this is the truth, this is something that is going to transform our lives, this message. So Jesus listened to them and to their concerns, and he said basically that there is no need to argue when we have the need to work diligently in silence. In other words, if we are enlightened, if we know what we are called to do in this life, we don't need to defend ourselves from others, from slander, or from enemy. It is very hard. We are in the human level. It is terrible hard, but let us try. Let us try to keep quiet, and let us try to keep working in what we need to work. Each one of us, we have a mission, and it certainly probably is not to go around the world and enlighten everyone. It's our inner transformation. Each one of us know what are the areas that we need to transform and to improve. Over there is when we keep quiet and somebody is telling us things that we would like to react and say something, just let us calm down and let us, our actions, speak for us. Of course, it's easy to say, it's hard to act. The friend studies ways to help. The adversary watches for means to hurt. Meaning, let us keep a positive attitude all the time. And if it's something that we don't like, we better be quiet, unless we need to advocate in defense of others. But we are not looking to hurt someone else. We are looking for justice, right? André Luis finalized. The common man helps according to his or her inclinations. The Christian will always help. That's our call, my friends. Always helping, always serving, always ready for the action. And sometimes this is not a situation in which we need to get out of home or to go to a far place and become missionaries. No, this is happening between the four walls of our home. This is happening to ourselves. Sometimes the very first person that we need to help is ourselves, to give grace and compassion to ourselves, to give ourselves a break of those negative thoughts every day, every moment. So we need to love ourselves first and be serving our spirit, our heart, and therefore we will helping others. And then if it's someone at home that is bothering us with his or her behavior or words, we know this is temporary and we are enduring difficult situations. So let us keep quiet. Let us center ourselves. Deep breath when there are situations in which we want to explode, and then serve. How do we serve? By being quiet, by keeping a balanced, serene environment. This doesn't mean that we all need to live in the Zen zone. It means that we are trying to build a more respectful and fraternal atmosphere. Let us think about the Master when he tells us the story or the parable about the 100 sheep, and one of them got lost, and the shepherd left the 99 and went out for only one. And this was a difficult story to comprehend for the disciples and for the people in the time. It's like, how come you are going to sacrifice 99 for only one? Well, the 91 sheep, they were safe. They were in their barn or whatever's the place, but the other one was a risk. And that's the beloved sheep. And we are that little tiny, sweet, kind animal. We are that little tiny, sweet, kind spirit in the universe. And we deserve to be embraced and loved by our Master Jesus. So let us try to keep the serenity, to build a positive environment in our inner selves, and therefore we will, by consequence, we will creating this environment at home, at work, or wherever we are. It is difficult. It's the challenge that we accept in this reincarnation. Because after all, we accept to come to this world during this time. And it's very likely that we were aware that we were going to a transition. Transitions are not easy. Let us think about teenage years. It's not easy. Let us think for those who are parents or have little kids around when they start growing their teeth. It's a transition. It's not easy. Transition means growing, and growing means change, and change is painful. It's painful. But we're in this together, and it sounds like the slogan in TV, but we are. We are in this together. So dear friends, let us hold our spiritual hands to encourage one another, to build strength in our muscles, spiritual muscles, and let us look and seek for that inner peace and that serenity. All right? Okay, I see Justin and Alexander and Abby. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Let us reaccommodate in our seats, in the floor, in the chair, wherever we are. Let us breathe. And we are going to follow with our mind the words of the speaker. In that way, we are being mindful and we are uniting our thoughts and hearts in this prayer. Dear Master Jesus, Governor of planet Earth, how grateful we are for these moments of enlightenment. We are very grateful for your love and friendship. We are very grateful because you are inviting us to be part of this beautiful moment of transition and transformation. We are grateful that you trust in us, in our skills, in our abilities. You trust our spirits, our hearts, and now we are part. We are part of this movement that is going to bring planet Earth to a different level, a level in which love will prevail and ignorance or evil will be less. We are grateful because you are calling us friends, and because you are giving us the strength and the inspiration to continue this journey that we accept. We pray, dear Jesus, also for all our family members, of all our neighbors and co-workers, that they don't have these words of encouragement, that they don't know you, the beauty and the hope of life. Please bless them, because they are living in despair. They are living terrible moments of darkness, of turmoil. Bring them peace and serenity. Bring them hope. Bring them the enlightening message. It could be through us or through some other means. Dear Master Jesus, we pray for the ill of the mind and ill of the body. We pray for the largest pandemic of all, which is mental illness, and especially right now, in which numbers of addiction, depression, anxiety, and some other mental illnesses have reached inconceivable numbers. Bring all our brothers and sisters in this situation. Bring them balance. Bring them peace. Bring them centeredness and the hope of a new day and the hope of a better future. And if it is possible, bring them the resources that they need to overcome this situation, that they can seek and reach therapists, that they can seek and reach professionals that can treat them with different methods and prescriptions. We pray also for the spirits that are linked to the mental illnesses, that also they are being treated by your spiritual doctors and nurses, and they can be placed in a caring and loving spiritual hospital in which they can recover and they can start a new journey and a new life. We pray for the ill of the body, especially for those who have been contagious by the COVID-19. Give them strength, dear Jesus. Give them the tools and the resources to fight against this alien in their bodies, that their immune systems strengthen as well as the respiratory system, and they can overcome this challenge, these tests, without any side effect or consequence. We pray for those who are already departed to the spiritual realm due to COVID-19 or some other related illnesses or situations, so they may be welcome in the spirit realm, and they understand without perturbation that they are now in a new moment in their lives. We pray for comfort for those who are still on the planet, missing the loved ones that departed to the spirit realm. Bring them the comfort, the serenity, and the peace, knowing that this is a temporary separation and love will bring them together later in life, because you create us eternal, and because we won't die, and because we know that love is the only thing that will triumph over all things. May your blessings of kindness, serenity, peace, hope, well-being, joy, good humor, good health, reach us and envelop us tonight. May your love stay in our hearts during this weekend and the next week, and help us to transform our inner selves. In your name we pray, and so be it. dear friends, Alexander, Justin, Abby, and all of those, thank you for praying here with us. We hope you're feeling much better, more light, and see you next Friday. Have a nice weekend. Bye.